So, you've awakened from a cycling slumber. Your legs skinnied, knees crunchy, and lungs dusty.
Well, let's change that for a limber, lubricated legend who's capable of cycling continuously, comfortably, and controllably. First, we focus on the cyclist. Like any vehicle, the engine needs to be in tip-top shape before it folds like a crepe. To do this, we implement exercise. Here at Bikes of OCADU, we've made a simple little acronym for you. L for legs, G for glutes, B for back, T for triceps, and Q, which is for the Q factor, which is the spacing between your two pedals and the openness of your hips. All right, cut. That was good. That's a good acronym. Someone should use that. All right, let's get changed up. Maybe not that. That's better. That'll do. For our legs, we can start with lunges. Lurching forward and down, our weight goes over our legs, engaging each major muscle in them. At a controlled speed, we put the muscle in low gear, letting it exercise maximum torque over the quad and over the femur. This also demands stability from your joints, the hips, knees, and ankles. Bonus tip, add some weight to your lunges to get the back and core firing along with the rest of the cylinders, and you'll find yourself in a full body workout. The glutes. Often overlooked but heavily stared at, are quintessential to correct cycling. As the largest muscle in the human body, it's responsible for our ability to walk upright, as well as saves our back from quite a lot of strain. When pedaling up hills, engaging the glutes will help save your back and your legs from a lot of excess work. A simple and convenient exercise for this is to simply flex them individually while sitting down for another task or for fidgeting fun. Just make sure to do it in private before someone else thinks you have a itching issue. Back there's the back, broad and broke if not properly stretched. So we'll bend at the hips until we touch our toes, making sure that we breathe as we go. Don't try to hold this for too long though. You'll want to take this in small increments and only do what's comfortable. The last thing you want is to take the last stretch. Oh God, that broke the cyclist's back. We exercise the triceps, not just to avoid people seeing them flop as we ride, but so they can support the weight off of our dainty wrists. Under ideal bike fitment, no weight should be resting on the bars. But like a traffic-free Toronto, that's just not realistic. Simply find a raised surface that can support your weight, place your legs away from you with all your weight on your hands, then lower your body weight at a controlled speed. When riding, this muscle doesn't need to remain flexed, but it does have to be ready to stiffen the elbows and soak up the bumps, saving your wrists and your back from the work. Finally is the Q factor. Now for most people this won't be as essential, but if you're older or have impinged hip mobility, you may want to try this. Stand upright and maybe grab hold of something stable for balance. Raise your leg forward until it's level with your waist, then outward towards your side, and then down. Do this 10 times on each side, and it'll make the 1,000 times you do this on the bike feel like a breeze. This exercise rotates the hip to the maximum amount of mobility that should be used on the bike. However, if you notice that your knees are going above your waist while you're riding, then you should see about adjusting your seat. Now that we have the rider rejuvenated and recalibrated, it's time to restore the ride. A bike is a machine of majesty, and like anything that sits, it sours. So we'll take 4 simple steps to get it functioning in the most essential ways. To do so, we'll follow this simple acronym that will approach maintenance from the rear to the front, much like you would a horse. A for air, C for chain, A again for alignment, and B for brakes. Air is essential for pneumatic tires, as a flat one is going to give you a flat response if you try to ride on it. And like riding an overinflated yoga ball, it may send you to the ground quicker than you would like. I keep my tires aired up in the range of 40 to 60 psi, but that's because I myself am pretty high on the psi. From the tires, we move towards the chain. A seized chain will move you nowhere, but an unlubricated one will wear down your parts and only move your wallet. Rotate the chain and press it up and down to see how limber it is. Remember when cleaning that WD-40 is an excellent degreaser, but a chain lube it is not. So, spray down with WD-40, then wipe, and re-lube when finished. Alignment is often unnoticed until too late, so cite specific surfaces to make sure that they are straight. Crooked handlebars, seat, and most importantly wheels can lead to a very short ride back in the saddle. The wheels should be properly aligned as to have optimal handling, as well as avoid uneven wear on parts such as the cassette or brakes. Statistically, the most likely thing to keep you alive on a bicycle after common sense and good judgment. Cables should be engaged, pads free of rot, and cables springy. If you have hydraulic brakes, you should probably bleed those, especially if the bike has been sitting. I once did maintenance on my bike and forgot to reconnect the brake cables. I'm just glad it was the drag of my boots that slowed me down and not my ass. Now you've completed a pre-ride inspection of both yourself and your bike, and you're ready to take it out for the first time again, even if that should just be to your local mechanic. All the hardware is in check, but now we should do a software check. Is your head in the right space? Are you ready for the ride? After all, it's all like riding a bike until it isn't. Make sure you're prepared for any surprises that come your way, and maybe don't take such a long ride for your first time back out. Also, recognize that your performance won't be at its peak, so don't set a challenge that's too high for yourself. Now with the software checked, all that's left to do is actually ride. So, enjoy it. Okay, I won't just leave you there. For finer additional details of maintenance that you can do to your bike, you can check all of the bearings on your bicycle as well as the tread depth of your tires. Also check the accuracy of your shifter as well as the attunement of your derailleur. Also, any of the mentioned exercise before can be done with additional weight besides just body weight for a more challenging exercise. Be safe, and I hope to see you in the saddle. Bye! Oh God. I thought I could roll away that way. There wasn't as much space as I thought.